Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1919 One and Gone tournament is on the air. Tonight we are back at Weegham Park. This is game 12 of the tournament, the final game of the quarterfinals, featuring the number 14 St. Louis Cardinals and the number 6 Chicago Cubs. The St. Louis Cardinals got here by defeating the New York Giants 1-0 in a heck of a game in game number 7. The Chicago Cubs had an incredible game against the Boston Red Sox, which went into 10 innings, and they moved on by beating the Red Sox 5-4. So now the Cardinals and the Cubs will play tonight to see who will face the St. Louis Browns in the semifinals. Could we have an all St. Louis semifinal? We will find out. We will find out after tonight. So we are here at Weegham Park for another exciting matchup, a fall classic for the year 1919, and I hope everyone is set and ready to go. This has been a fun tournament, I got to admit. Fall Classic Baseball is a lot better than I thought when I first played it, and I may do some more stuff with it in the future. Fall Classic Baseball, if you've not given this game a try, you really need to. Plus, it's got over 100 seasons, including dead balls. If you're a dead ball fan, Fall Classic might just be the way to go if you want to play some dead ball baseball right now, besides APA or some other games out there that do give it. So, and hopefully we'll have a good one. Will Swingle is first to join us here at Weegham Park. So we are all set and ready to go. Let's go ahead and play some baseball. Starting pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, their number 2 starter, Hippo Vaughn. Gotta love these names. 21 wins, 14 losses, a 106 whip in 1919. He gets the call tonight, and he is going to have an average night, so he's going to be a B pitcher for the day. So Vaughn will take the mound after getting the warm-up tosses. He'll be a B pitcher. And let's see what the Cardinals bring to the table here. The old rivalry out there, the Cardinals and the Cubs. Maybe the biggest rivalry in the National League Central. At least now it is between these two teams. These two cities can't stand each other. So hopefully we'll get a good one tonight. Let's get going. Top of the first, leading off for the Cardinals is going to be the right fielder, Jack Smith. He was 3 for 4 in the first game. We're going to use blue, white, and red dice. Cubs are the home team. And the fans are still filing in here at Weegham Park. Cubs are pretty good in 1919. They were 75 and 65. Let's see if they can move on to the semifinals tonight. 32, and that is going to be an out, and that is going to be hit to first base. That'll be grabbed by Fred Merkel, and he will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Next batter is going to be the center fielder, Cliff Heathcote. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. Vaughn will pitch, and 25, that will be an out, and that's hit to left field, and Les Mann will come to that one, and he will make the play for out number 2. And now the batter is Milt Stock. He is the second baseman. He was 1 for 3 in their first game. Vaughn will pitch. 22, that's a single. Stock will go ahead and hit that one into center field, and Stock will get on base. So a 2-out base knock for Stock. And that will bring up this bum. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. I'm pretty sure nobody will have a problem if I say he was one of the greatest of all time, which he was. Third baseman, Rogers Hornsby. Stock on it first. 2 outs here. Top of the first. Vaughn will pitch to Hornsby. 16, and that is going to be an out. That's going to be grounded to short. That'll be taken care of there by Charlie Holliker, and he's going to throw to second against Stock, and that will retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Cardinals, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight, their number 2 starter, Lee Meadows. 4 wins, 10 losses in 1919. He had a 141 whip, and he's going to be a C pitcher, so he may have a rough night tonight. So we'll see what Meadows brings to the table, as he is going to be a C. So the Cubs may try to take advantage of it. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Cubs, the right fielder, Max Flack. He was 1 for 5 in the first game. Ben Wicks joins us here at Weegham Park. Meadows with the pitch, 21. That is going to be an out, and that's grounded right back to Meadows. And Meadows will take care of that and toss it over to first for out number 1. Nice, easy comebacker. Next batter is Charlie Holliker, and he is the shortstop. He was 3 for 6 in the first game. Meadows will pitch. 21, that's going to be an out. That's hit to right. And coming into that will be Smith, and that will be a fly out to right, 2 away. And now we will see Les Mann. He's the left fielder, and he was 2 for 6 in the first game for the Cubs. Meadows will pitch. 13, and that is going to be hit to left field, and that will be Austin McHenry coming on, and he will get it and make the play and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubs. No score after 1. I would like to give out congratulations to Mr. Dick Allen and Mr. Dave Parker. Of course, Dick Allen is no longer with us, but Dick Allen and Dave Parker put into the Hall of Fame. I do not believe any of you will have any objections to either of them, and both of them should have been put in a long time ago. How do you not put in Cobra? And Dick Allen was one of the best sluggers of his day. And, of course, you know my Mets signed Juan Soto for $760 over $800 million if you include the signing bonus. As a Mets fan, I'm really excited about that. As a human being, that is 100% insanity. And that's about as far as I'll go. Top of the second, and leading off for the Cardinals will be Austin McHenry. He is in left field. He was 1 for 4 in the first game. Vaughn will pitch. And 44, that's a 19. That's going to be a single for McHenry. McHenry will go ahead and get a base hit and hold it first. He does have the steal. He does get the steal sign with the 44 single plus. Stolen base rating is an 8. I'm not going to send him on that, and I'm going to let Vern Clemens bat. He is next. He's the catcher. He was 0 for 2 in game 1. McHenry on it first. And the pitch from Vaughn, 45, and that is going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly out to right field. Flack will make the catch for out number 1. I draw the cards with runners on base. So 1 down, and now we will see Doc Lavin. He is the shortstop. He was 0 for 3 in the first game. McHenry on it first. 61, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck the mound. First strikeout for Hippo Vaughn. He had 141 of them in 19. That's 1919. That's pretty good. And now we will see the first baseman, Dots Miller. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. McHenry on it first. Vaughn deals 54, and we go to the 54 chart. And let's see, men on base, it's going to be either a wild pitch or a pass ball. That's a 13. Vaughn's wild pitch rating's a 1 to a 6. That is not going to be a pass ball. We will roll again. 25, that will be an out, and that's grounded right at the plate. And that's going to get picked up there by Killefer. He's going to throw to first for the out, and that will end the inning. So we go to no runs and a hit for the Redbirds, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Cubs will be Fred Merkle. He is first base, and he was 2 for 6 in the first game. Merkle will bat. Meadows with the pitch. 33, it's a single, and he hits that one. He hits that one right up the middle. That's going to be hit to center field, and Merkle will get on base. So the first runner for the Cubs and he does get a steal chance. His stolen base rating is an 11. Meadows has a strong arm, though, and the catcher for the Cardinals, Clemens, has an average arm. So let's see if Merkel wants to get the jump. If he wants to get the jump against a righty with a strong arm, it would be a 1-3 for him not to. It'd be a 1-3 for not to him to get the jump. Let's see if he gets the jump. That is a 3. He does not. He'll stay at first. And the next batter is going to be Charlie Pick. Pick is at second base. He was 2 for 5 in the first game. No one out. Bottom of the second. No score. Meadows, 26 against a righty. It's a base hit, and that's what it is. That's going to be a single, and that's going to be a base hit to center field. Merkel's going to hold at second base. First to third holds. So Merkel stays at second. So now the Cubs got something going on here. 2 runners on, nobody out, and that will bring up Charlie Deal. Deal is at third base. He was 2 for 4 in the first game. Merkel on at second, Pick on at first. Pitch from Meadows. 34, and that is going to be a single off of Lee Meadows' card, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. Second to home score, so Merkel's going to score. A fast runner will go first to third. Pick is a fast runner. So Merkel will come around from second. He will score. Pick will get to first to third. Deal on it first, and it's 1-0 Cubs. Stadium cheers. Yay! Third single in a row. That's an RBI single for Charlie Deal. And now with runners at the corners and still no one out. And next batter is Dodi Pasker. He's center field, and he was 0 for 2 in the first game. Runners at the corners. They're going to stay with the infield back. It's early yet for the Cardinals. 1-0 favor of the Cubs. Meadows will pitch. 25, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a line out right to center field, and all runners are going to hold. That was hit right to center, and Heathcote made it. No chance for Pick to try to come in there. And he's going to stay put. So we'll line out to center, 1 down. Although you do have the run with risk chart. Pick is a fast runner, though. But the center fielder, Heathcote, has an average arm. I think it's only 1 out. He'll stay at third. So Pasker lines out hard to center. And now we will see Bill Killefer. He's the catcher. And he was 0 for 5 in the first game. He did not get any hits. Runners at the corners. 1 out now, bottom of the second. Meadows. That's going to be a 45, and that is going to be an out. That's going to be an out. He's a righty. That's going to be a ground ball to short. The infield was playing back, so at first and third, fielder's choice at second, the run will score. So Pick will come in to score for the Cubs. Deal is out at second. Killefer takes over at first, but it is 2-0. So another run comes in for the Cubs. They now have a 2-0 lead here on a fielder's choice and an RBI. An RBI by Killefer. So now 2 away, and that will bring up the pitcher, Hippo Vaughn. A 173 average and 2 RBIs. He's capable of getting some hits. 2 outs, now 2-0 in favor of the Chi Cubs. Meadows will deal 36, and that is a wild pitch, and then it's a single. That is a wild pitch, and then it's followed by a single on Meadows' card. So Killefer goes to second, and then Vaughn hits a base hit right off of Meadows. That's going to be a base hit to center field. Second to home, fast advances. S.A. will hold, but there is S.A. hold, but with 2 outs, it's going to be an assist. So Vaughn gets a single. Killefer's got to try to score. And that's it to center field. Center fielder is Heathcote. His arm rating is a 4. A 1-4, he gets Killefer. He got him. Side retired. So a wild pitch, but then Killefer tossed out at the plate. Vaughn does get credit for a single. but he can't get the run, and that will retire the side as Killefer tries to come around from second. He tries to score, but Cliff Heathcote guns him down at the plate, and that will end the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits, a wild pitch. It is 2-0 Cubs after 2. Philip Reynolds joins us here at Weegham Park. So another play at the plate, and a big play there by Cliff Heathcote to gun down Killefer as he is downed at the plate on the assist. With 2 outs, it said assist, which means with 2 outs, they got to try to run. So they do try to run there, but he's gunned down at the plate. So we go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the pitcher, Lee Meadows, a 103 average. Didn't really do much that year. Vaughn will deal 63, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Vaughn, 1 down. Marlon Price joins us here at Weegham Park. Just came to say the hi. Go ahead. You got it. Next batter will be Smith, and he's 0 for 1. 2-0 in favor of the Cubs. Vaughn will pitch. 56, and that is going to be a cold strike 3 on Smith. Got him. Should have swung at that one. That was right over the plate. 3rd K for Vaughn. And now here's Heathcote. Heathcote is 0 for 1. Vaughn will go ahead and pitch. 44, it's a base hit. Heathcote will get a single. He hits that one into center field, and that will continue the inning. And the next batter is Stock. Stock is 1 for 1. Heathcote does get the steal sign. He's not a bad stealer. He's got an stolen base rating of 12, and Vaughn has got a weak arm. The catcher, Killefer, has an average arm. Let's see. Does he get the jump? Let's see. Does he get the jump? Only, and he's a lefty, so he won't get the jump on a 1 or a 2. He does, and Heathcote's going to try to steal, and he is a 12. No adjustment. So a 1 or a 12, Heathcote is safe. And he is. Heathcote will steal second base, maybe taking a chance with 2 outs. That'll be a stolen base for Heathcote. Maybe that's a little bit of a chance, but he decides to go, and he does. So now a runner in scoring position for Stock. Stock got a base hit his first time up. Heathcote on at second. Vaughn will deal. 46, that's off the ballpark card. That's a 4. And with a righty, a 3-4. A 3-4 off Weegham Park is going to be a double, and all the runners will score. Stock hits one right into right center field. Heathcote comes around. He will score on the double. Stock has an RBI. It's 2-1. RBI double for Stock. That's his second hit of the game. And he'll pick up a big run. So now a 2-1 ball game. On a 4 against the righty, Vaughn hit one hard. And here comes Hornsby. And yes, he can hit for power. He had 8 home runs in 1919. Yes, definitely a home run hitter, as John West definitely made it. As John West joined us here at Weegham Park. And yes, Hornsby definitely can hit for power. Vaughn will pitch. 21. That's going to be an out, and that's hit deep to center field, but it'll stay in the park. Dodi Paskert will get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and a stolen base as we now go to the bottom of the third. Lee Meadows, a C pitcher. He's got to do a little better today. He's got to do a little better today to have to be pretty strong here. Cards are slippery. That's why I like them. Bottom of the third inning, Max Flack leads off for the Cubs. He's 0 for 1. Meadows will pitch. 36, and that is going to be a base hit. I believe that on a wild pitch single. I think no wild pitch because nobody on base, but I think that's still a base hit, and I want to double check that rule. But I'm pretty sure that is a single if there's nobody on base. Let me see here. Pitcher card. Let me just double check. Wild pitches. Gotta be the rule here someplace. Here, let's see here. Run. I think that means wild pitch, and then it's a single, but there's nobody on base. Extra wild pitches happen if wild pitch is in front of the play result. For example, 45 wild pitch out. This would be a wild pitch followed by an out. The batter does not get another swing as the play result in that dice roll follows the wild pitch. Not get another swing as the play result in the dice roll follows a wild pitch. What if it's a wild pitch single? Is that a base hit? Is that a base hit? I think that is a base hit. I'm looking to see, but I don't see it in here. I'm looking for the darn rule. Let me find it here. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, that's a single. There's nobody on base, so no wild pitch, but it's going to be a base hit. So Flack is going to get a single, and he will head to first. So a base hit for him. As the leadoff man is on, David Vega joins us here at Weegham Park. Here's Holliker. Holliker 0 for 1. Flack on it first, 2-1 Cubs. Winner will play the Browns in the semis. Meadows with the pitch, 14. That's going to be an out. It will be a double play if it's a grounder, and that is. It's a ground out to short. Holliker has an X in front of the out, which means that is going to be, oh, wait, that's an X, not a G. But is that a double? I think it is a double play, right? X is double play, right? Or is it a G as a ground out? Hold on. Double check. X. Out X. Yeah, ground out, double play. Okay. That's a double play by Kyle Holliker, and that is 2 outs. And he grounds out into a 6-4-3, 2 away. So apparently they have that for players that hit into a lot of double plays in the game. So 2 down. Here comes Mann. And Mann is 0 for 1. Got a lot of people in the chat. Does anybody have any issues with Dave Parker and Dick Allen being put into the Hall of Fame? I don't think any of you guys will have a problem with either one of them. Meadows with the pitch. 45. That's going to be an out, and that is going to be hit to third. Picked up there by Hornsby. Throws to first for the out, and that will do it. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. After 3, still 2-1. I didn't think David Vega would have any issues with him. Are they less deserving than Baines or Rowland? Neither Baines or Rowland should be in the Hall of Fame. Dick Allen and Dave and Cobra, absolutely they should be in the Hall of Fame. Should have put in long ago. And does anybody have any issues with my Mets signing an $800 million player? As a Mets fan, I'm excited. As a human being, that is 100% insanity. Top of the 4th, leading off for the Cardinals will be Austin McHenry. He got a single his first time up. You do, but you'll keep it to yourself. I didn't think you would. Vaughn, 62, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck the mound. And Vaughn getting some strikeouts. That's his 4th. 4th K for Vaughn gets McHenry swinging. And now the batter is Clemens. Clemens is 0 for 1. That's why I'm in this now. Vaughn will pitch. 55, that is good to see. A 1-6 is a double. 7-11 is a triple. That's a 10. Clemens has a triple as he smacks that one right past third base and all the way into the corner. Clemens is going to round second. He's going to slide into third, and that is a big-time triple. The tying run is 90 feet away. Mets will live to regret it. I'm pretty sure they will. And they're not done yet either. Remember, Uncle Steve Cohen has very deep pockets. That's $800 million. The only thing he had to do was empty maybe 14 to 17 ashtrays in the cars he has, and that's about it. They're going to bring the infield in. That's Clemens on at third. They'll bring up Lavin. Lavin is 0 for 1. Clemens on at third. Vaughn's going to pitch to him here, 2-1. And here comes the pitch. 25, and that is going to be an out. And that is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. If playing in, the runner holds. So it's a ground ball to short. Clemens stays at third base. Throw goes to first to get Lavin. That's out number 2. Nice play there. Nice play there by Holliker to keep Clemens at third base. And now it'll bring up Miller. Miller is 0 for 1. Ryan Sullivan and joins us here at Weegham Park and Davo9 GLA, by the way. If Shoeless Joe was a free agent this winter, be able to afford all the shoes he'd ever need. So if Juan Soto was an $800 million player, how much would Babe Ruth get? If Babe Ruth was cloned and he was just entering his... If Babe Ruth was cloned and he was just beginning to enter his prime, would he be the first billion-dollar player? And would he be worth that much? Vaughn will pitch. 61, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Actually, that's going to be an out instead. And instead, because he's an out on a 61, so it's not going to be a swing and a miss. Instead, that is going to be a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up there by Charlie Deal. He'll throw to first and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, a triple, but the Cardinals couldn't bring him in. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Well, people were screaming up in arms and ended up making more than the president of the U.S. See, somewhere Bobby BSC, I was a bargain. Let's be honest. Look, as a Mets fan, as I said it before, as a Mets fan, I just got one of the top players in the game. Yes, he is. But yes, that is 100%. I'm also a realist, and yes, that is 100% insanity for $800 million for a ball player. I said that when the Dodgers signed Ohtani for that amount, and I'm going to I'm going to say that again since my Mets signed Soto for that amount. 100% insanity. Bottom of the 4th, Fred Merkle leads off for the Cubs. He got a base hit his first time up. 2-1 here. Winner of this game goes on to play the Browns. Pitch from Meadows, 21. That's going to be hit to right field. And Jack Smith will come under it and get it for out number 1. Next batter is Pick. Pick got a single his first time up. Meadows. All the Mets aren't guaranteed to win. I'm very aware of that. Just signing one player. No, they're doing what they can to re-sign Alonso from what I've heard. But I agree, though, Davo9. Like I said, just because you sign one player doesn't mean you're going to win the World Series. Although, didn't the Dodgers sign Shohei Ohtani and they won it last year? Meadows, 64, and that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a grounded to second base. Taken care of there by Stack. And over to first it goes, 2 down. And now here's Deal. Deal got a single his first time up. Meadows will pitch. 62, and that will be an out. That's hit the straightaway center. And Heathcote says, I'll take it, and he will. And that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubs. Nice job by Lee Meadows. 2-1 in favor of the Chi Cubs. Doug Hunt joins us here at Weegham Park. Congrats to Dave Parker, but not really Dick Allen. Why? You don't think Dick Allen you really don't think Dick Allen was a Hall of Famer? I think he should have been put in the Hall. He was one of the best sluggers of his time. I don't know how you don't put him in. Dick Allen's one of the best sluggers of the day. I have no problem with Dick Allen getting in there. Should have been put in long ago. Top of the 5th. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Lee Meadows. He's 0 for 1. Meadows will get the pitch. 16, and that is a K. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That is the 5th strikeout for Vaughn. He's doing pretty good. Throwing some heat tonight. Here is Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. He was a quitter on his team. Okay. Smith will go ahead and pitch. 23, and that is a grounder to short. Up with it is Holliker. Over the first, 2 away. Two outs. Here comes Heathcote. Heathcote 1 for 2. Vaughn goes ahead and pitches. He will deal. And that's a 31. That's going to be a base hit. So Heathcote will go ahead and get a single out of it to keep the inning going. Second hit of the game for Heathcote. So that will keep the inning going for Stock. Stock is 2 for 2, a single and a double. DeSoto guaranteed to be injury-free. Come on, no player is guaranteed to be injury-free. No player is guaranteed to be injury-free. Just look at Edwin Diaz from last year. Edwin Diaz goes in 2023. He goes ahead and signs a big-time contract. He gets hurt in a stupid exhibition series. World Baseball Classic. Major League Baseball's got to come up with something for that. You cannot allow that to happen. Heathcote on at first. Vaughn will pitch. 66. That's a 12. That's going to be a triple, and that game is tied. Heathcote comes around from first. He will score. Stock slides into third. That's an RBI triple for Stock. Tied at 2. Stadium groans. Milt Stock. Unfortunately, Milt Stock cannot hit a home run, but he has right now hit for a natural. He has hit 3 out of the 4 natural cycle. A single, double, and triple in that order. He cannot hit a home run. He has a 0 there. It is too bad. But he pretty much is hit for a dead ball cycle, if you wish to say, if you want to call it a dead ball cycle, a natural cycle, you could say he did. So now tied at 2. Here comes Hornsby. Hornsby is 0 for 2. You kind of think he's due. Vaughn will go ahead and set it up, and he will pitch. 45, and that is going to be a grounder to short. Up with it is Holliker. He's got it. Throws to first, and the inning is over. But 1 run on 2 hits. A triple by Milt Stock, a dead ball natural cycle, and I'll call it that, without a home run. We go to the bottom of the 5th, tied at 2 now. Dodi Paskert leads off for the Cubs. He is 0 for 1. So the Cardinals have battled back to tie this game at 2. Meadows will go ahead and pitch. 62, and that is going to be an out, and that's grounded to, that's going to be a ground ball to third. Hornsby's got it. Over to first it goes. 1 out. Here comes Killefer. Killefer is 0 for 1. Meadows, he'll go ahead and pitch. 61, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And down he goes. That is the first strikeout for Lee Meadows. He only had 28 of them in 1919. Only 92 innings, but I gave him the starting nod. I gave him the starting nod in this game. So 2 outs. Here comes Vaughn. Vaughn got a base hit his first time up. Tommy John should have gotten really. I have no problem with Tommy John. I had no problem with anybody else that was eligible on the ballot. I had no problem with Donaldson or Harris. No problem with Boyer. No problem really with Garvey. No problem with John. I had really no issue with any of them. If any of them got in, I would have had no issue with it. But I thought Dick Allen was a lock. The only difference was who else was going to go in. Pitch to Vaughn, 51. That's a possible error. That's not going to be a strikeout. Let's see if it's an error. That's a possible error on second base. Second baseman is Stock. His error rating is an 8. A 1 to 8, he makes an error. That's a 9. He bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first, and got him. Side retire. Very close by Milt Stock to make an error, as that is a 9. And he got him, had a little extra time, and the inning is over. Nothing across after 5, still tied at 2. I would have had no problem with any of them that got in. I just felt Dick Allen was a lock. He was the only lock I said for sure he better get in this time. Top of the 6th. And leading off for the Redbirds will be Austin McHenry. He's 1 for 2. Both pitchers got plenty in the tank. Meadows, however, can only pitch to 31. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before he tires. Meadows really was more of a reliever than anything else. Vaughn will pitch. 26, and against the lefty, it's a base hit. That is, and it's going to be a single for Austin McHenry. So he gets on base. Leadoff man is on. He's now 2 for 3, and here comes Clemens. Clemens got a triple his last time up. He's 1 for 2. McHenry not really a threat to steal. He will stay put. Vaughn will set up against Clemens. Fans here at Weegham Park a little nervous. Pitch from Vaughn. 42, and that is going to be a 1 to 12 as a walk. That is a 12. It's a base on balls. So now Vaughn in some trouble here on the top of the 6th. And now runners at first and second, no one out. That is the first walk issued by Vaughn. And now here's Lavin. Lavin is 0 for 2. Go-ahead run at second base. Fans here at Weegham getting a little nervous, checking their cell phones, making sure that they know the lineups and the scores, getting all those advertisements on Instagram. Oh, it's 1919. Pitch from Vaughn. 45, and that will be an out. And that's going to be a ground out to first. Runners at first and second. Fielder's choice at second. First base, a strong arm will start a double play. So it's a fielder's choice at second base. First baseman for the Cubs is Merkel. He has an average arm. So that's only going to be a fielder's choice, and that will be 1 out. So McHenry gets to third. Clemens is out at second. Lavin to first. 2 down, and there's 1 out. So get the fielder's choice to second base. And now runners at the corners for Miller. Miller is 0 for 2. FanDuels are busy playing their bets on their FanDuel app. Yes, in 1919, FanDuel was definitely there. Maybe in some fashion. They're going to call the infield in. The Cubs do not want the runner on third to score. Vaughn will pitch. And that's not going to matter. That's a 66. That is a 2. And that's going to be a double for Dots Miller. McHenry definitely will score. That's a double for Dots Miller, and that's going to be hit to right field. McHenry will score. A weak or an average arm from first will score, and that's hit to right field. Right fielder for the Cubs is Flack. He has a strong arm. Lavin will hold at third. So Lavin holds at third. Miller's on at second, but the Cardinals have taken the lead. It's 3 to 2. Stadium groans. RBI double for Dots Miller. And with 1 out here in the top of the 6th, the next batter is Meadows. And Meadows is going to bat. He's going to bat. This is 1919, not 2019. Although, I don't know. Do we pinch hit for him now? Do I go to the bullpen now for the Cardinals? He got 1 out. The infield is still in. Doc Lavin is a slow runner, so there's no way he would probably score on a squeeze. I just don't think he would do it, although his bunt rating is good. I don't know. What do we do? I think we let him hit. They're going to let him hit. I'm going to stick with the year 1919. So infield is in now, 3-2 in favor of the Cardinals. Vaughn will pitch. 42, and that is good. Wow, a 1-12 is a walk. That's a 6. He walked him. Holy cow, Vaughn walked the pitcher. So Hippo Vaughn gives up his second walk of the inning. He walked the pitcher. And Meadows says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. So now the bases are loaded for Smith. Smith is 0 for 3. He's due to hit something here. The Cubs, he does hit into double plays. They're going to play a double play. They're going to play back for, no, they're going to stay in. You can't allow any more runs. You're already down 3-2. They go talk to Vaughn on the mound. Vaughn says, I'm fine. Let me pitch, please. Bases loaded here as Fred Mitchell goes and lets Vaughn bat. Will let him stay in. Cardinals manager is Branch Rickey, and he says, come on, Smith, get me one. 3-2 Redbirds, top of the 6th. Vaughn will go ahead and pitch. 62, that's going to be an out. And that's going to be a line out to center field. Runner on third scores, others hold. So a line drive hit the center. That's caught by Paskert. Lavin will come and he will score. It's 4-2. Stadium groans. So Smith does get an RBI. That's the second out. He's 0 for 4. And now here's Heathcote. So Miller on at second. Meadows still on at first. Heathcote 2 for 3, though. He's got 2 singles. Vaughn looking in. Fans here at Weegham Park beginning to think maybe this tournament might be slipping away. But remember, the Red Sox had a big lead on the Cubs, and they came right back in their first game. Vaughn with the pitch. 31. That's going to be a base hit. Single for Heathcote. It's going to be an infield single, and all the runners will hold. So that is hit on the infield. It just goes past into center field, but the runners will only move one base. So now bases are loaded as Heathcote gets his third hit of the game. And here comes Milt Stock with what I call a dead ball cycle. First, dead ball natural cycle. Single, double, triple. He cannot get a home run, which is a shame. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Vaughn in some trouble. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping if he gives up any more runs, it could be it. 2 men down. And fans hoping for a good pitch. Vaughn sets up, he'll deal. 62, and that will do it. That's hit to right field. And Flack will come in there. He'll make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks. And the Cardinals have a 4-2 lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for the Cubs for Max Flack. He is 1 for 2. 4-2 Redbirds. Meadows will pitch. 13, and that is going to be hit to right. Easy play for Jack Smith, and that's out number 1. Next up is Holliker. Holliker is 0 for 2. Meadows has got 2 runs to play with. Pitch from Meadows, 65. That is a possible home run. Meadows is a 1-15. Holliker a -8. So that would be a 1-7. That is gone. That's a 4. And yes, that is gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Charlie Holliker. Stadium cheers. Yay! Holliker hits the 4th home run of the total tournament as Charlie Holliker hits a solo bomb. And I'll show you a 65 is a 1-15. And on his card, it's pitcher -8. So 15 minus 8 is 7. That is a 4. And that's good enough. As that is a dead ball bomb. It's now 4-3. It'll bring up Mann. They did hit home runs. They did hit some home runs back in the day. Mann will bat now. He's 0 for 2, but now it's a 4-3 game. Meadows will pitch 63, and that will be grounded to second base. Stock will get that, and over to first it goes, 2 outs. And now Merkel. Merkel is 1 for 2. Meadows, 51, possible strikeout. 10 is too high. That's going to be a possible error, and that's going to be a possible shortstop error. That ball is hit to the shortstop, 11. His error rating is a 16. So a 1-16, he makes an error. And he does. He can't handle it. That drops to the ground, and Merkel's going to be safe at first on an E6. First error on the Cardinals, as Doc Lavin couldn't hold on to that. And it's only a 1-base error. So Merkel will hold it first with 2 outs. The tying run is on. Here's Pick. Pick is 1 for 2 with a single. Meadows looking in. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping for another hit. Meadows will pitch. 24. Hit by pitch. 1-12. -1 makes him an 11. That's a 4. He hit him. Plunk. Ouch. So now Meadows having some trouble here in the bottom of the 6th as he does hit Pick. That's the first hit batter of the game. I'm not doing the 3-batter rule. So now runners at first and second, and here comes Deal. Can he do the deal? He is 1 for 2. Meadows looking in on Deal. It's a 4-3 game here. Game number 12 of this 1919 one-and-gone tournament. Winner of this game plays the St. Louis Browns in the semis. Meadows will pitch. 21, he'll get out of the jam. That's going to be a ground ball to third base. Up with it is Hornsby, and he's going to throw to first to get Deal, and the inning is over. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and a hit batter. A solo bomb by Charlie Holliker. But it's 4-3 after 6. Top of the 7th. Hope you guys are enjoying a good baseball game here at Weegham Park, which will become Wrigley Field later. Leading off for the Cardinals is going to be one of the greatest of all time in Rogers Hornsby. But he has been very pedestrian. He is 0 for 3 today. Hornsby has only 1 hit in this tournament. So he is right now a combined 1 for 7. So he's got to pick it up. Vaughn, 23. He's not going to do it that way. That is going to be an out, and that is going to be grounded to third base. Deal's got it, tosses it over to first, and that's out number 1. Hornsby having a rough tournament so far. Here comes McHenry. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Vaughn, 55. That's going to be hit hard down to the left field. That's going to bounce off the wall, and McHenry's going to have a double. So McHenry's on at second base. That's his 3rd hit of the game. He's now 3 for 4, and here comes Clemens. Clemens is 1 for 2, tripled and walked. Big run at second base here in the top of the seventh. Cards leading 4-3. Vaughn's going to go ahead and pitch. 55, and let's see. A 1-6 is a double. 7-11 is a triple. That's a 17. It's a base hit. That's going to be a single for Clemens. And that's going to be a base hit to left field. Second to home. Fast runner advances. McHenry is a fast runner. He's going to come around and he will score. It's 5-3 Cardinals. Stadium groans. RBI single for Clemens. He's now 2 for 3. And it is now a 5-3 game. And here comes Lavin. Cubs warming up in the bullpen. Vaughn is due to bat third in the seventh. And he may be taken out of here. So Clemens on at first. 1 out. Now a 5-3 Cardinal lead. Vaughn will pitch. 66. It doesn't get any better. That is hit hard. 1-14 a double. 15-18 is a triple. Now, there is a rule called on the button. And that is on the button. And that is a rule I've been trying to play. On the button, who fields the ball, roll a D20. And on a triple, an 8 or an 18 does come up into center field. So real quick, I might want to use the rule on that one. So let me see if I can find it and see what I got to do. That is on the button. And let's see. If the initial D20 roll is on the button, roll a D20 and check the chart below. If there is a fielder in the box, then that fielder has a chance to rob the base hit. If no fielder in the box, the hit stands. So I have to roll. On a triple, I have to roll an 8 or an, let's see. So let me see here. So let me check that out real quick. So let's see. So roll a D20 and check the chart below. If there is a fielder in the box, and that fielder has a chance to rob the base hit. So, and he has to be an 8 or an 18, and he has a chance. No, that's going to be a triple. He can't get it. That's a 4, and there's nobody there. So nope. That's going to be nobody in the box to get that. That's going to be a triple. Clemens will come on around. He will score. Lavin goes to third. 6-3 Cardinals. Stadium groans. A triple for Doc Lavin. And now 6-3. Here comes Miller. They really want Vaughn to end this inning. He's due to bat third. Miller is 1 for 3. And they're going to call the infield in. If he allows one more run, I'll take him out. So 6-3 now. But the Cardinals right now looking, they may be playing the Browns. Vaughn sets up against Miller. Here comes the pitch. 16, that is an out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base. If playing in, he holds, and he was playing in. So that's going to be an infield hold rule. So but he can run with risk. Lavin is not going to run. The throw will go to first for the out, 2 down. He could run with risk, but he won't. He's a slow runner. They'll stay at They'll stay at third base now, 2 outs. On the grounder to short, and now the batter is Meadows. Meadows will bat. Meadows is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs now, top of the 7th, 6-3. Vaughn will pitch. 64, and that is going to be an out. That's hit to shallow center field, and Paskert will make the catch and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits. And the Cardinals have a 6-3 lead here on the Cubs. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'll be right back. There will be no baseball tomorrow night, although I may do something non-baseball related. But we will be back on today's Monday, so we'll be back on Wednesday night for game number 13. We're going back to League Park for the first game of the semifinals. The number 8 Pittsburgh Pirates will take on the number 4 Cleveland Indians. Frank Miller will be going for the Pirates, and Guy Morton will be going for the Indians. We'll be back at League Park for that one, the first of the 2 semifinal games. That will be Wednesday night. The Pirates and the Indians, as we are now approaching the home stretch for this 1919 one and gone tournament. Bottom of the 7th here, Cardinals lead 6-3. Lee Meadows back on the mound. Leading off for the Cubs will be Dodi Paskert, and he is 0 for 2. Meadows sets up against Paskert. Here comes the pitch. 21, that's out, and that is going to be a popped up. And now getting over to that is going to be, let's see, he's a righty. So that's going to be a pop fly ball to first. It's going to be in foul territory, and it'll be caught by Miller for out number 1. One out. Here's Killefer. Killefer is 0 for 2. Meadows deals 66. That's a 2, and that's going to be a double. So Killefer hits 1. He gets to second base on a 1-out 2-knocker, and he'll hold there. Double for Killefer, and we're going to see a pinch hitter for Hippo Vaughn as he will come out of the game, and the Cubs will go to the bench. And coming on to bat for the Cubs is going to be Lee McGee, 292 average, 17 RBIs, and a homer. He's a switch hitter, so he'll bat from the left side against Meadows. So Meadows versus McGee. So Vaughn will leave, and he'll leave with the L. And Killefer on at second base. 1 out, 6-3 Cardinals. Remember, the Cubs did mount a comeback around this time against the Boston Red Sox in game number 8. Meadows will pitch. 33, and that's pretty much how it starts. That's going to be a base hit for Lee McGee. Base hit to right field, second to home. A weak arm advances. Right fielder is Smith. He has a strong arm. And now it becomes an arm with risk. Killefer is not going anywhere. He's going to hold it third. It's not an assist. It's a run with risk. And if he did, Smith probably would have gunned him out, and that's the right call. So it's a base hit. And now runners at the corners with 1 out. And now the batter is Flack. Flack is 1 for 3. They're going to play a double play depth. Try to turn the 2. Meadows will pitch to Flack. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping the Cubs can mount another comeback. Meadows will deal. 21, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. They are not playing in, so that's just going to be a normal ground out. First to third, runners advance. So that means Killefer will score. McGee goes to second. Throw goes to first. Out number 2, but it's now 6-4. So the Cubs do get a run. And ground ball to second base, and the run will score. McGee moves over to second, and now the batter is Flack. Not Flack. He just back. Holliker. Holliker is up next, and he has got a bomb his last time up. He's 1 for 3. But now it's a 6-4 ball game. Meadows looking in, trying to get it done on Holliker. Now 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Meadows will pitch. 45, and that is going to be an out, and that's a ground ball to second base. Stacks got it, throws to first, inning over. 1 run on 2 hits for the Cubs. 6-4 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th, and top of the order for the Cardinals. Here's Jack Smith. He is 0 for 4. You kind of think he's due to get a hit. 2 lefties and a righty coming up for the Cubs. Cubs need a pitcher, and coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be lefty Tyler. 2 wins, 2 losses, a 1.1 whip. I'm going to go with lefty on lefty in this case, even though he didn't pitch many innings, but in a tournament, I wouldn't play it like a regular season game. So lefty Tyler will come on to pitch, and he's going to be an A pitcher, which means he could be tough. So lefty Tyler will be an A for his setup. So Smith will lead off against Tyler. 61, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. And down goes Jack Smith. He is 0 for 5. He had a 223 average in 1919. He really was not that good a hitter that year. Here's Heathcote. Heathcote is 3 for 4. 3 singles, having a good night. Tyler will pitch. And that's a 53, that's going to be a range play. The 13 is too high for a strikeout. So that's going to be a possible range play for the shortstop. It would be an infield single. Shortstop for the Cubs is Holliker. His range is a 13. He was pretty good. A 1 to 13, he's got it. That's an 18, he doesn't. That's going to be a single for Heathcote. Heathcote hits it right past Holliker. What a night for Heathcote. He's 4 for 5. As he hits one right past Holliker, and now here comes Stock. Stock is 3 for 4. A dead ball cycle, single, double, triple. Natural. Heathcote on it first. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping that Tyler can keep the game close. Tyler will pitch. 22, it's a base hit for Stock. He continues to hit. Base hit to center field. Heathcote will hold at second. So Stock is now 4 for 5. The top of the order for the Cardinals is doing really well. But here's a guy that should be doing well and is not. Here is Rogers Hornsby. He is 0 for 4. The second and third of the order right now, they are 8 for 10. Second and third. Smith is 0 for 5, and Hornsby is 0 for 4. Heathcote and Stock doing the damage, so is McHenry. So runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the 8th. Cardinals looking for more. Tyler will pitch. 25, that will be an out. And that's going to be a fly out to right field. Stock will hold. Heathcote can run with risk. He's not going to. He'll stay at second base, out number 2. So now Rogers Hornsby is 0 for 5. He is 1 for 9 for the tournament. I don't see him getting MVP. Here comes McHenry. McHenry 3 for 4, 2 singles and a double. Tyler will pitch. 62, and that is going to be an out. That's hit the left field. Man's got plenty of room. He'll make the play and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals holding on to a 2-run lead. Les Mann leads off for the Cubs. He is 2 for 3, a triple and a single and a walk. Rogers Hornsby was actually pretty young. He was 23. He was 23 years old in 1919, hence his card. So he actually is a young Rogers Hornsby. He's only 23 years old. He hasn't reached his prime yet. Maybe one of the reasons why he didn't dominate until later in the 20s and the 30s. Meadows will pitch to Mann. 66, that's a heck of a way to start, and Mann's going to get a triple. Meadows gets one, and Mann smacks one deep into past the third base line and into the corner, and a big run is at third base. So Mann leads off with a triple, and now here's Merkel. They go talk to Meadows on the mound. He will be tired after Merkel, and they're going to let him pitch to him. The infield is going to play back. They're going to play back. You're in the 8th inning. You want outs. Cutter Historical joins us here at Weegham Park. I have no Dick Allen, to me, definitely is a Hall of Famer. I did watch a little bit of him, and he was a slugger. His stats prove it. He should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago. And now that you put in Dick Allen, who should be in the Hall of Fame, maybe when they get to the 80s again, maybe they'll put a guy that should be in the Hall of Fame, Keith Hernandez, if he's even on the ballot. Meadows will pitch to Merkel. 45, and that is going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. A fast or a super fast runner advances. Mann is a fast runner. He will advance, and it will be a sacrifice fly. It'll be 6-5. So now the Cubs are down by 1 as Merkel gets a sacrifice fly into center field. The run comes in. He does get the RBI. And now the batter is Pick. And that's going to be it for Lee Meadows. He has reached his batter's face, and they're taking him out. So Meadows coming out of the game. So here comes Branch Rickey to take him out. He did a heck of a job tonight, really. Albert Bell. If you want to put Albert, I have no problem with Albert Bell. He should be in too. There's a lot of players that should be in. I don't know about Garvey. I know how popular Garvey was, but I don't know. But no, you know what? Garvey could get in. You could put Garvey in too, Cutter. All 8 of those players deserve to be in the Hall. I just thought Dick Allen was a lock. So the Cardinals are going to bring in a new pitcher to pitch to Pick. And you got a lefty and 2 righties. You got nobody out. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Oscar Tuero. I think that's how that's pronounced. Oscar Tuero. Or Tuero. Somebody tell me how you pronounce that. 5 wins, 7 losses, a 1.16 whip. I don't know anything about him. Oscar Tuero will come on to pitch, and he'll go up against Pick. So 6-5. There is 1 out. And here comes Pick. Pick is 1 for 2, a single and a hit batter. Tuero. Okay, so Tuero. Okay, thank you there, Devil 9. Tuero will pitch. I shouldn't roll first. And that's going to be a C. Ouch. He's going to be a C pitcher, and I'm going to keep the 41, and that's going to be a walk. So he walks Pick like every time I bring in a relief pitcher. It's the first thing they do. Doesn't matter what baseball system I'm using. So Tuero walks Pick, and now the tying run is on for Deal. Deal is 1 for 3. Yes, he did, Cutter. So now Pick on it first. Tuaro will now pitch to Deal. Fans here at Weegham Park think they got a chance. It's 6-5. Cubs made a comeback in the game against the Red Sox. Can they do it against the Cardinals? Pitch from Tuaro. 64. That's going to be an out. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And getting over that will be Heathcote. He's got it. 2 outs. And now Paskert. Paskert a 196 average and may not let him bat here. Let's see what the Cubs want to do. And let's see here. Paskert, I have him at center field. And they're going to take him out. Dodi Paskert coming out and coming on to bat and take over at center field for the Cubs is going to be Turner Barber. 313 average, 21 RBIs. So that's going to be it for Dodi Paskert. Barber's going to come in. He's a 9.840, so I'm going to change that real quick. So now Barber is the new center fielder. So Turner Barber will take over in center field. 2 outs. Pick on it first, 6-5. Tuaro going ahead and making the pitch. 23, and that's going to be a ground ball hit to first base. Up with it is Miller. He's going to give it to Tuaro at first base and retire the side. That's a 5, right? That's a ground out. Actually, it's unassisted. Ground out to first, and that will do it. 1 run on 1 hit and a walk. And the Cubs trail 6-5, and the Chicago Cubs are running out of outs. We go to the top of the 9th. Lefty Tyler will stay in the game. And Vern Clemens leads off for the Cardinals. Actually, no, he's not going to stay in the game. Well, actually, he is an A pitcher. Let me look at the Cubs. I want to bring in a righty against these guys. Let me see. Yeah, I do. Lefty Tyler coming out of the game. Cubs will make a pitching change. And coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Phil Douglas. 10 wins, 6 losses, a 104 whip. Meadows did leave with the W. So Phil Douglas will come in to pitch. And he's going to be good. He's going to be an A pitcher. So he will be an A pitcher for the game. And that's exactly what you want. So here's Phil Douglas. Top of the 9th inning. Vern Clemens will bat 6-5 Cardinals. Clemens is having a good night, 2 for 3, a triple and a single. Douglas will pitch. 64, and that will be an out. And that's popped up. And it'll be a pop fly ball to second base. And Charlie Pick says he's got it. 1 out. Here's Lavin. Lavin is 1 for 4. Had a triple his last time up. Douglas deals 56. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Nice strikeout there by Douglas. 2 away. And now here's Miller. Miller is 1 for 4 with a double. Douglas looking on, and now he'll pitch. 45, and that's going to be an out, and that's grounded to second base. Taken care of there by Charlie Pick. Over to first it goes. Side retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Cardinals. They lead 6-5. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Cubs have Killefer, a pinch hitter, and a pinch hitter, and Flack. Killefer leading off. He's going to bat. He is 1 for 3. Tuaro's coming out of the game as they are going to go to the bullpen. And the Cardinals are going to bring out the best reliever they have as a closer. And that is going to be, coming on to try to close the game, is going to be Frank Woodward. 3 wins, 5 losses, a save, a 1.29 whip. So Woodward trying to get the save. Tuaro is not going to get a hold because he did allow a run. So here comes Frank Woodward, and he's going to be a B pitcher. So Woodward's a B. Bill Killefer leads off for the Cubs. Bottom of the 9th inning. Cardinals 3 outs away from meeting their crosstown rivals. Well, actually, really not crosstown rivals. I believe they both played in the same stadium, which was which I think was Sportsman Park that year. No, actually, it was Robinson Field. It was Robinson Field. It was Robinson Field they were playing in. If the Browns played there as well, I have to check. If the Cardinals win this game, the Browns are the higher seed. The Browns will be the home team. Because they are the higher seed. The Browns are rated. The Browns were number 10. The Cardinals are number 14. So here comes Frank Woodward to pitch to Killefer. 12 and a single, 1-3, but that's a 6. That's going to be an out, and that's going to be a ground ball to short, handled there by Lavin, and over to first it goes, 1 out. Pinch hitter coming. Let's see what Phil Douglas is a batter, what he is, because he does have a batter card. 157. No, he won't bat. Phil Douglas coming out of the game, and the Cubs will go to the bench. And coming on to bat is going to be Buck Herzog. 275 average, 17 RBIs. Least, let me check something. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Timeout before I use him. I don't think I can. Second base, right? No. My bad. It cannot be Buck Herzog. He was on the Boston Braves. I've already used him. He is on the Braves. Let me choose another batter. That's why I check some of these sometimes. Instead, they're going to go with Pete Kilduff. 273 average and 8 RBIs. Pete Kilduff will come up to bat instead of Herzog. Herzog already had him on. He was on the Boston Braves at the same time this season as well. So Pete Kilduff will go up against Woodward. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Woodward will pitch. 15, and that's an out. And that is going to be a ground ball. Hit the first base. Woodward coming over, and it's thrown there by Miller, and that's out number 2. Easy play there to Woodward, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Chicago Cubs is Max Flack. Flack is 1 for 4 with a single. 2 men down. 6-5. Cardinals 1 out away from facing the Browns. Woodward gets the sign. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping Flack can keep the inning going. Are we going to have a St. Louis semi? 65. Woodward 1-9, a home run. Flack -4, which would make that a 1-5. That is a 3. You got to be kidding me. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run tie game. Stadium cheers. Yay! Woodward is a 1-9 on a 65. Flack is a -4, which means that would be a 1-5. He hits a home run. That is a 3, and he hits a game-tying bomb tied at 6. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th, Max Flack hits 1 out. And Woodward cannot believe it. And now the batter is Holliker. Holliker hit a bomb in this game. He's 1 for 4. That's the 5th home run hit in the tournament. Max Flack, a solo shot in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Incredible. Woodward will go ahead and pitch. 23, and that is going to be an out, and that's going to be popped up. Pop fly ball there to the first baseman, and Dots Miller's going to make the catch, and we've got free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. 1 run, 1 hit, a solo shot by Max Flack. We're tied at 6. Ninth inning magic strikes again. No lead is safe in Fall Classic baseball. The Cardinal bench cannot believe it. A game-tying home run by Max Flack. And now we go to the top of the 10th, tied at 6. And Frank Woodward is supposed to be the leadoff batter. And what kind of a hitter was he? Can he hit at all? I don't think he has a card. No, he does. Now he ain't going to hit. Frank Woodward comes out of the game and he hangs his head and he cannot believe he allowed that home run. So Meadows and Vaughn are both off the hook as Woodward gets a blown save, and we'll see a new batter for the Cardinals. And let's see what's going to be. And they're going to go with Bert Schotten. 285 average, 20 RBIs, and a home run in 1919. So Bert Schotten is going to bat. Now the Cubs need a pitcher. And I don't think they have any more lefties. They don't. So coming on to pitch for the Cubs is going to be Speed Martin. 8 wins, 8 losses, 2 saves, a 1.29 whip. So Speed Martin, and since there were extra innings, these pitchers may be going longer than usual. Top of the 10th, tied at 6. Max Flack hits a solo shot. I don't know. Am I playing Fall Classic? That's something I would expect an inside pitch. Martin will pitch to Schotten. 56, and that. Oh, I got to roll for a thing here. And that's a 5. He's going to be an A pitcher. And that was a 56. I'll go back to that. And that's going to be a strikeout. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he goes ahead and gets Schotten. And that is out number 1. Another extra inning ball game here in the one and gone tournament. Here comes Smith. Smith is 0 for 5. Martin will go ahead and pitch. 45, and that is going to be grounded to second base. Charlie Picks got it over to first, 2 down. The Never Say Die Cubs. Here comes Heathcote. Heathcote is 4 for 5, 4 straight singles. Martin will pitch. 55, make that 5 straight singles. That's a base hit for Cleve Heathcote. He gets his 5th single in a row. He is 5 for 6. He also has a good chance to steal. And they may say, let's see here, stolen bases at 12. Martin has a strong arm, though. Killefer has an average arm on a steal attempt. I'm gonna see if he gets the jump. If he doesn't get the jump, he won't go. Heathcote Gonna try to get the jump. Martin's a righty, and he has a strong arm. A 1-3, he does not get the jump. He does, and Heathcote's on his way. On his way to second base. A 1-12, he is safe. And he is. Heathcote steals second base, and now the go-ahead run is in scoring position. Second stolen base for Heathcote in the ball game. So Heathcote on at second, and now the batter is Stock. Stock is 4 for 5 as well. Single, double, triple, single. Go ahead run at second base. Martin will go ahead and pitch to Stock. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping that Martin, he continues to be good. Martin will pitch. 26, and that against the lefty would be a single, but Martin is a righty, and instead that's going to be a fly ball to center field, and it will be Turner Barber making the catch, and the inning will end. No runs, a hit, and a stolen base. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Les Mann leads off for the Cubs. He is 1 for 4, 2 righties and a lefty coming up. Cardinals are going to probably go with a righty pitcher first. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Red Ames. 3 wins, 5 losses, and a save, a 1.61 whip. Not much in the bullpen for the Cardinals. This bullpen was not that good. Remember, the 1919 Cardinals are 54 and 83. Not a good team. So Red Ames will pitch, and he's going to be a C pitcher, and that does not bode well for the Cardinals. But we'll see what will happen. Les Mann leads off. He's 1 for 4 with a triple. 21, and that will be an out, and that's a ground ball right back to Ames. Ames has got it. Over to first it goes. 1 down. Here's Merkel. Merkel is 1 for 4, a single, and reached on an error. Ames will pitch. 36. That's going to be a base hit for Merkel. That'll be a single. Merkel holds at first. The winning run is on. And now here's Pick. Pick is 1 for 2. Singled, walked, and got hit by a pitch. 1 out, bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 6. Cubs trying to make another comeback win like they did against the Red Sox. Ames will pitch to Pick. 61, and let's see, a strikeout 1-8. That's a 15. Instead, that's going to be a regular out, and that's going to be a fly out to center field, 2 away. Getting under that one is Heathcote, 2 down. And now here's Deal. Deal is 1 for 4 with a single. Merkel looking up. Fans here at Weegham Park checking their cell phones. Going ahead, looking at all the lights. Seeing all the jet planes flying overhead. From Chicago, from O'Hare International Airport. I don't think it existed back in 1919, right? Ames will pitch. 24, and hit by pitch 1-7. -2 makes it a 5. The 16 is too high. That's not going to be a hit by pitch. Instead, it's going to be a ground out to Doc Lavin at short. He's going to throw to second to get Merkel, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Cubs. More free baseball coming up, tied at 6. So does this game allow you to hit a game-tying or a game-winning home run with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th? I submit to you, yes, it does. Top of the 11th, Martin back on the mound. And here comes Rogers, a young Rogers Hornsby. He is 0 for 5. Can he do something for the Cardinals at all in this game? Martin will pitch. 53. And that's a 5. That's not going to be a strikeout. Instead, that's going to be a range play. And That's going to be hit to right field, a possible single. Right fielder is Flack. His range is an 11. A 1 to 11, he makes the play. No, Hornsby's going to be safe at first as Flack couldn't get there, and that's going to be a base hit for Hornsby. Hornsby gets his first hit of the game. Will the game be called for darkness? They'll use candles. They'll light candles. Hornsby on it first. The batter now is McHenry. McHenry, a good bunter. Hornsby, not really that fast, but I think you want to play small ball here. His sacrifice hit rating is a 5. But McHenry's a good hitter, though. He's a 286 average. Do you bunt Hornsby over? McHenry is having a good night, though. He's 3 for 5. I'm going to let him hit. Hornsby on it first. McHenry's going to swing away. Tied at 6, top of the 11th. Martin sets up against McHenry, and here comes the pitch. 23, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Maybe he should have bunted. Strikeout from Martin, 1 away. And now here's Clemens. Clemens is 2 for 4, a triple, a single, and a walk. Midway was older. I think it was. Hornsby on it first. Martin will go ahead and pitch to Clemens. 1 out now. Martin will deal. 11, and that is going to be a base on balls. Clemens draws the walk, and now the go-ahead run is at second base. Clemens walks for the second time in the game. And now the batter is Lavin. Lavin is 1 for 5, a trip. He got a triple. Hornsby on at second. 1 out. Martin looking in on Lavin. He'll go ahead and deal with him. Tied at 6, top of the 11th inning in this game. I really can't believe this game really should be over, but Max Flack said, nah, I want to play a little longer. Martin will pitch. 23, a 1 to 3 is a strikeout. That's a 17. Instead, it's going to be an out, and that's going to be a fly out to left field, and Mann will come in and make the catch. It's out number 2. Two outs. Here comes Miller. Miller is 1 for 5 with a double. Hornsby on it second. Clemens on it first. Speed Martin trying to keep it where it is. Tied at 6. Martin sets up and pitches. 61, and that is going to be an out. And it's going to be, he's a batter right. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Up with it is Holliker. He's got it. Throws to second against Clemens, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Cubs trying to do another improbable comeback. Could the Cubs be the team of destiny in this tournament? We go to the bottom of the 11th inning. Red Ames is going to stay on the mound. He's due to bat first in the 12th. And leading off for the Cubs is going to be Turner Barber, and he's 0 for 1. So he's taking over for Dodi Pasker. So Barber at the plate. Ames will pitch. 16, that's going to be an out, and that's going to be a hard line drive hit right to the shortstop, glove by Lavin, and 1 down. Next batter is Killefer. Killefer is 1 for 4, a double. Ames will pitch. 52, a 19 is no chance for a strikeout. That's going to be a possible error, and it's going to be a possible error on the third baseman, possible 1 base error. Third baseman is Rogers Hornsby. His error rating is a 9. A 1 to 9, he makes an error. He doesn't. Hornsby's got it with no trouble. Throws the first 2 outs. Nice play by Hornsby. And now the question is, do you let Speed Martin bat? I think if there's nobody on base, I think you do. Do I have a hitter's card for him? Yes, I do. Speed Martin's going to come up to bat. He can pitch to 22 batters in relief. And they're going to let him stay up there. Why not? So Speed Martin's going to bat for the Cubs. There were runners on base that probably would take him out. But right now, he's a good pitcher for the Cubs. So Ames will pitch to Martin, a 182 average and 2 RBIs in 1919. Ames will pitch. 54, that's off the 54 chart. Bases empty, Wild, go to Wilder chart. Bases empty, a foul pop-up down the line. Shortstop fighting it. Roll D20 versus error rating. Error rating is Lavin. The shortstop is Lavin. His error rating is a 16. That's a 2. And let's see if he drops it, and he does. Batter gets another chance. E6. He does not make the play. He drops it, and that's going to be an error on Lavin. And that is the second error on the Cardinals. He dropped the ball in foul territory. So Speed Martin gets another chance. Still 2 outs, though. Ames will pitch. 15, that's a swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning will end there. 1, 2, 3, go the Cubs. More free baseball coming up. Tied at 6 after 11. We go to the top of the 12th. Martin will come on to pitch. Leadoff batter is Red Ames. They're going to take him out only because Ames had a C bullpen, and they got away with it. So the Cardinals are going to bring in a pinch hitter to go up against Martin. And they're going to bring up Joe Schultz. 253 average, 21 RBIs, 2 home runs. Joe Schultz will bat against Speed Martin here in the top of the 12th. Fans here at Weegham Park beginning to light candles, thinking they may need some light. Martin will pitch. 66, a 1-17 is a double. That's on the button. Is there going to be? That's a double. That's on the button. Is there going to be a fielder in range to get it? That's a 3. No, that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a double for Schultz. So no way that's a double right there. So Schultz is going to go ahead and get that. And that'll be the leadoff batter at second base. So the go-ahead run at second, a leadoff double by Joe Schultz. Here comes Smith. And I got to make another line on my chart here. Jack Smith is 0 for 6. He's had a rough game, but they're going to keep him in there because he's a pretty good fielder. Schultz on at second. Do you bunt him over? Do you bunt him over? Do you bunt him over? Jack Smith is going to lay down the bunt. He's 0 for 6. I gotta see if I can move him over there. Their sacrifice hit rating is a 5. So let's see. They're going to go ahead and lay down the bunt. A 1-5, it's laid down. And that is a 3. It is good. And that is bunted to the first baseman. First baseman with the Cubs is Merkel. He has an average arm. So another one. So a 1-5. So another 1-5. The bunt is good. It is. Schultz will make it over to third base. Smith is out at first, 1 out. And that may be the right play. So sacrifice hit to first. So Schultz on at third base. Now the infield has to come in. And here comes Heathcote. Heathcote has been excellent. 5 for 6. 5 singles in a row. Can he get 6 of them? Infield is in. Martin will pitch to Heathcote. Cardinals have a good chance to try to get a run in here. Martin will pitch. 44, and Heathcote will put the Cardinals ahead. That's a base hit. Schultz will score. Heathcote gets another hit for the Cardinals. They now lead 7-6. Stadium groans. Cliff Heathcote tonight is 6 for 7. Flight out, single. I don't think I've ever had a player do that. 2 stolen bases and scored twice. What a night for Cliff Heathcote. And now the batter is Stock. And Stock is 4 for 6, single, double, triple, single. And now the infield will be back. And now a 7-6 Cardinal lead. Now the Cardinals want to get some runs because the leadoff batter for the Cubs is Flack. Martin will pitch. 34, and that's going to be a base hit off of Martin's card. It's a single. That's going to be a base hit to left field. Heathcote will hold it second. Stock gets another hit. He's now 5 for 7. What a night for the top of the order for the Cardinals. Heathcote and Stack are responsible for 11 hits tonight. And now Hornsby. Hornsby just got a single finally, but he's one for 6. 7-6 Cardinals. Heathcote on it second, Stock on it first. Hornsby the batter now. Martin looking in. Here comes the pitch. 21. That's an out. And that's going to be, he's a righty. That's going to be a ground out to third base. Runners at first and second. That's going to be a double play unless the third baseman has a weak arm. Deal has an average arm. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play, and the inning will be over. 1 run on 3 hits as Hornsby grounds out into the double play. And once again, the Chicago Cubs are running out of outs. As we go to the bottom of the 12th. Max Flack leads off for the Cubs. Cardinals need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Ferdy Shoop. I guess that's how that's pronounced. Another great baseball name. Ferdy Shoop. 4 wins, 4 losses, a 123 whip. Ferdy Shoop is a lefty, and he's going to go up against Flack, Holliker, and Mann. This was before he went majestic. That is correct. Bottom of the 12th inning, Ferdy Shoop, and he will have a C rating. Yeesh. All right. So Ferdy Shoop is going to be a C pitcher. The Cardinals looking for 3 outs. Shoop will pitch. 34, and that, of course, is going to be a leadoff base hit. That's a single. Flack gets on base. Flack is now 3 for 6, 2 singles and a bomb. And because he was a C pitcher, that's why the single occurs. And now here's Holliker. Fans here at Weegham Park hoping that the Cubs can finally get this done. Holliker is 1 for 5. He has a bomb. Shoop does give up some home runs. His home run rating is a 1-15. Holliker would need a 1-7 to hit one on a 65. Shoop will go ahead and he will pitch. 32. And that is going to be a big out. And that's going to be a fly out to center field. Faster, super fast foot runner advances. a run or two unless strong arm. Well, the center fielder for the Cardinals is Heathcote. He has an average arm. So a run or two advances. That's a strong arm, which means it's deep enough, and Flack is actually going to make it to second base. So we'll fly out to center. Heathcote, an average arm, not a strong arm. So Flack goes to second. So the tying run is in scoring position, but there is one out. And now here's Mann. Mann is 1 for 5 with a triple. Shoop trying to get it done here, but the tying run is on second base. Fans here at Weegham Park are loud, hoping Mann can come through with a hit. Shoop will pitch. 51, and that's a 1-2, not a chance for a strikeout. That's a possible error chance. That's a possible error, a possible two-base error on the shortstop. Shortstop for the Cardinals is Lavin. Oh, boy. Lavin's error rating is a 16. This will be a two-base error. A 1-16. This game is tied. It is tie game. A huge error on Lavin. Fleck is going to come around and he will score. And Mann goes to second base. This game is tied. Stadium cheers. Yay! That's an E6. That's the third error on the Cardinals. And the winning runs at second base. Freddie Shoop looking at Lavin saying, come on. Huge error. And all three errors made by the Cardinals in this game were done by Doc Lavin. Maybe I should have taken him out. So the winning run is at second base. Here comes Merkel. 1 out. Runner at second base. Bottom of the 12th, now tied at 7. Yes, this is a game of the tournament candidate. Man on at second. Shoop trying to get to the 13th inning. Cubs refuse to lose. Merkel is 2 for 5. 2 singles and reached on an error. Shoop will pitch to Merkel. Shoop will deal. 63. And that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out. As he got Merkel. 2 outs, and now the batter is Pick as Phoenix Knight joins us here at Weegham Park. The Cubs refuse to lose and the Cardinals refuse to win. It might be that way around. Here's Pick. Pick is 1 for 3. Single, got hit by a pitch and walked. Tied at 7, a huge two-base error by Doc Lavin. Allows the Cubs to tie the game again. Shoop will go ahead and pitch. 34, and that's going to be a base hit. Will it score Mann? Mann's a fast runner. That's a base hit to center field. Second to home, scores if weak or strong or average arm. But with 2 outs, all of them will score. Mann coming around third. The throw from Heathcote, not even close. Mann scores. Cubs win the ball game 8-7. Stadium cheers. Yay! An RBI single by Charlie Pick. Second home scores of weaker average arm. Heathcote has an average arm. No way they were going to get Mann. And the Cubs win the ball game 8-7 and 12. And the Chicago Cubs refuse to lose. They will host the Browns at Weegham Park. Final line score coming up. 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 gigantic error. For the Cubs, 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. For the Cardinals, 7 runs, 20 hits, three errors, all made by Doc Lavin, the shortstop for the Cardinals. And he's going to have a rough night sleeping. The winning pitcher is Speed Martin. He's going to wind up getting the win, and Ferdy Shoop is going to take a hard loss. No save. What a ball game here at Weegham Park. The Cubs again refuse to lose. Down by the Red Sox, they come back and win that game. Against the Cardinals, Max Flack, a game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th. The Cardinals take the lead in the top of the 12th, and then the Cubs get 2 runs in the bottom of the 12th. Dang. Yes, this game can be exciting. Our next matchup will be on Wednesday night, and we will be back at League Park for the semifinals, Game 13. The number 8 Pittsburgh Pirates will take on the number 4 Cleveland Indians. Frank Miller will be going for the Pirates, and Guy Morton will be going for the Tribe. That is back at League Park. The winner will face the winner of the Cubs and the Browns. So that will happen there tomorrow night. Miller and Morton. That'll be Wednesday night here on the network. Be there or be square. And I may do something other tomorrow night. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I'm pretty sure this game deserved it. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys Wednesday night. The Chicago Cubs once again pull it out of their ass, and they win it 8-7 over the Cardinals in 12 innings. That's going to be a long ride home for the Cardinals. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a good one.